Hello, and welcome to a GameStim beginner's level course for EVE Online. I am your instructor, Rutherford, and this is the station environment. If you are viewing this from the GameStim YouTube channel, you can also enroll in this course at www.gamestim.com. Now, I thought I'd give you just a quick preview of what our website looks like. There, you will see it there. Right now, we are focusing on EVE Online, but we do have an open call for instructors that can teach any of these games and possibly even any other game as well. So if there is a game that you have a fair amount of knowledge in, please give us contact us by using our course suggestion form, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We want to start providing instructional videos for other games as well. Perfect. Now it's real easy to go into our course. This is what one looks like. View course, and you'll see here we have a video, different options, and that's what you can expect. We have quizzes. Okay, perfect. Now some of the advantages of going to our website and going and enrolling in a course is you get to collect what we call Stim Points for rewards and future prizes. You can collect unique medals associated with each course. You can collaborate with other EVE pilots, and you can also test your knowledge and have fun. Okay, great. So let's get started with the instructional video for the station environment. Great. So what we're going to the outcomes pretty much is we're going to be looking at all the various options that you see here on the screen so that you become very familiar with orienting yourself with the station environment. Perfect. So let's start at the beginning. The top here, this just shows the type of station that you're in. It's a Caldari Navy. You can enter the captain's quarters, or you can undock. We've looked at undock before. Captain's quarters is just a more, I guess, visual or fancy way of displaying what you can do in the station. I personally don't use it. I think it takes a little bit more time. I prefer not to use it. But you can definitely play with that just by clicking on the button there. Okay, you just click right here. Perfect. The first one, the icon we're going to be looking at is the loyalty points store. So here's the loyalty point store. When you first enter it, it's very possible you will have this selected, only affordable. So you'll see nothing. But if you just go here with your left mouse button, show all, and then you can see all the various items that are available at the loyalty point store. There's quite a few you'll see here. Lots of goodies to buy. These are grayed out because I do not have enough loyalty points to buy them. Right now you will see here in the top right hand corner of the screen, loyalty points 111. Okay, that's how many loyalty points that this character Rutherford has at Caldari Navy. Remember that when you do missions for other agents, you will be accruing loyalty points for that faction. So it's not a global system. It's each faction has their own loyalty points that you can accumulate. Okay? So you need to pick your loyalties very carefully depending upon what your goals are and what type of items you want out of the loyalty point store. Good. The next one you'll see here is the ship insurance. I will caution everyone, if you're new to PvP, for example, and you want to insure your ship, I would always recommend to fly Tech 1 ships because they provide the best insurance. You'll see here a Tyrannus usually costs anywhere from 20 to 25 million, I believe. But the insurance payout, I double clicked with the left mouse button on the Tyrannus and then said yes, and this came up. And you'll see on the platinum payout it costs 1.4 million approximately, but you only get about 4.5 million back. Okay, and that's indicative of Tech 2, Tech 3, those type of ships. So stick to Tech 1. I believe also pirate factions and their various faction ships provide good insurance as well. Perfect. So that's how you insure your ship. If I wanted to insure my Hecate or Hecate, double left click. This comes up. You can say do not ask me again if you wanted to, and say yes, and you can pick your insurance. Great. Next on the list we're looking at is the factional warfare. Factional warfare is when you pledge your corporation or your alliance pledges itself to a certain faction. That could be the Caldari, Amarian, Minmatar, or Galante. Right now, the Galante and the Minmatar are together fighting the Caldari and the Amar. This will give you, in this region, a show of who owns what and what's contested. So that's faction warfare. basically what that allows you to do is fight other factions within low security space without incurring security hits. Right. Next one we have on here is the Bounty Office. Now the Bounty Office is where you can place a bounty on another character in EVE Online. Right now it looks like our friend, our fellow streamer Marquis Dragon currently has a bounty on his head for 202 billion. Let that be known to everybody out there. If you do happen to see him, it might be advantageous for you to try to take him out. That's a lot of money. Now, I'm not advocating that. I'm just the messenger. Okay? Poor Marquis. Okay. I'm sure he's fine. He's hanging out in the wormhole space these days, so he'll be hard to find. Perfect. Next one we're going to look at is the industry icon. Excuse me. Now, the industry icon allows you to inject blueprints and create whatever blueprint you have injected. So, for example, here I have the antimatter charge S. All I do is left mouse button, click and drag, and then it will tell you what resources you need, the general cost of that, and then you'll get, I believe, it's 100. It tells you 100 out. It's one run provides 100 charges. Okay. And then you can start if you have all the necessary items here in your hangar bay. Perfect. I'm just going to right click and remove blueprints and close it down. Next, we've already looked at this before. This is ship fitting window. We've talked about this. We will go off into more detail in subsequent videos where we'll look at how to use the screen to your advantage. We'll also be looking at other types of ships for both PvP and PvE. So stay tuned, watch our YouTube channel. You can watch our social media like Facebook and Twitter. You can even look at our news feeds on our website. And when you see something like that you're really interested in, give it a shot. Take a look at it. Perfect. Next is the market. Market, this is how you use it. This is the browse area. You have a quick bar where you can set things up. I usually use the browse. If I wanted to buy that antimatter charge, I can type antimatter, hit enter, and then you'll see the various sizes. There you go. So there's antimatter charge S. This is in the system. Now, most of the time, I do want to caution you, you want to use jumps for the closest, but sometimes that can mean you can pay a lot more money for things. So you want to make sure that jump is ascending, but then make sure you take a look at this price so that you're not getting taken. Okay. So when I did that, jumps were close, but they want me to pay a lot for an antimatter charge. If I go to double click with the left mouse button on the price, I can see here's a good price in this station. Okay. Then you also have things like, you'll be using this most often, okay, details. But you also can look at the groups of all the different types of charges that are available. And if you have orders or your corporation has orders on these tabs, you can look down the information at the bottom, see what you have up there, your total bids, amounts, and whatnot. That might be something for players who are a little bit past the beginner stage and are more looking at the proficient stage. So I wouldn't worry about that too much right now. Okay, and that's the market environment. Next would be our reprocessing plant. If you have something you'd like to reprocess, you would have it in here. I don't think I have anything to reprocess. No. But we could buy something. Let's do that. Let's buy one of those terrible warp core stabilizers. Yes, nobody likes a warp core stabilizer. Let's buy one. So we're going to buy one for the core. Go to our inventory, come down to market deliveries. There's that yucky warp core stabilizer. I'm just being sarcastic, guys. But you would right click on it, and then you would say reprocess. And then you would show you what your minerals you'll get out of it. And if you're happy with it, yes, reprocess. And there's the minerals. Woohoo! We just did our part to reprocess warp core stabilizers across the universe. Maybe we should start a campaign. Perfect. Great. So that was the reprocessing plant. The next you'll have is the repair shop. If any of your items have damage, you can simply just click on them. Like for example here, the Tyrannus, right click with the left mouse button. Click it twice. We don't have anything to repair. If you did, it would tell you how much it would cost. You would say okay, and away you go. That's the repair shop. And then the last one is the character customization. I'm not going to click on that. It takes a long time to load, but you can resculpt your character, do things like that. Next I want to look at now is how many people are currently docked in the station. This is the people currently docked in the station, 1,658. Now, bear in mind, that's not docked in the system. It's docked in the station, okay? So if you do, for example, see, if you happen to be in nullsec, it's usually pretty quiet. You see 10 people docked in the station, and you're not a friendly resident, or you're not friendly to them, that might be a point of concern for you. You want to be careful of that. Check the number of people in space, check the number of people in station. You can use that to your advantage. Right now we have hovering around 1,650 in this station here. Next I want to look at is the agents. This station doesn't have any because it's a trade hub. But other stations, if they have agents, they'll be shown here. And you can access those agents. They'll let you know if you have the standings to talk to them or not. We'll do other videos on how to use agents. Okay, next is the guests. This is our 1,650 some odd. You'll be scrolling for a very long time going through there. You can filter. So if you wanted to find me, type the beginning of my name, Rutherford, and there I am. Now bear in mind you can trade with Rutherford by right-clicking and selecting trade. I can't do it because I can't trade with myself. But there's a number of options that you have that will allow you to speak with me, trade with me, that sort of thing. Here, I'll take someone else. I can trade with him right there. I won't because I don't know that person. Okay, but know that there's a right-click menu with all kinds of options there as well. In offices, this is where if you are a director or a CEO, you can rent an office here. I believe the office here is very expensive. If I'm not mistaken, that's $2.8 billion every 30 days. We will not be renting an office here in Jeddah. And this is also where you can join corporations. When you look at corporations you want to join, they'll tell you what their home system is. If this happens to be their home system, you apply here, go to offices, and then apply to join. All right? And then the last one is the hangars we've been looking at, ships and items. You can also look at ships and items using your inventory, ship hangar, item hangar. If you're in a corporation, deliveries. Okay. This is a nice quick menu though. I think a lot of people do use this. You can also use a filter here as well. And then you can also show other types, list type, details type. I personally like icons view. And that's for both ships and items. Great. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about today with regards to the station environment. Thanks for watching this instructional video for EVE Online. If you would like to see more videos, please visit us at www.gamestim.com. Thanks very much, everyone. Fly safe.